Hey everybody, this is Greg Gossett from Gossett Trading and Mentoring Live, and today is Thursday, January 28th, 2021. We're in the final hour of the trading day. My favorite time to make the majority of my buying and selling decisions, because at the end of the day, the large financial institutions come in, they're dealing with the most money, very smart people, best information, best technology, and I consider following what they do at the end of the day to make your buying and selling decisions is a long-term edge in your trading. So that is why I make the majority of my trades. I wait until the end of the day, just in the last few minutes before the market close, to make my buying and selling decisions. So thank you all so much for coming today. I do appreciate it. It's nice to see everyone. I'm grateful that we have such a great group. I really am. So many contributions and just good people from all over the world. So thanks for coming, and I hope that the time that you're spending here is helping you with your trading and investing. So currently the Dow, wow, what a big turnaround from yesterday. My gosh, the Dow is up 482.6 points. That was after yesterday's drop of over 600 points, but it is back up 1.59%. The NASDAQ is currently up 175.73, up 1.27, and the S&P is up 61.26, up 1.64. So it looks like the S&P has the greatest percentage gain of the three indexes. So, all right, well, listen, here is the plan for today. First of all, we are going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer. Secondly, we're going to come back. We're going to take a look at my current positions, talk about when I bought them, why I bought them, and how I'm going to manage them going forward. I did have two really good day trades today on Apple and VIX that I will share with you. Then we are going to go over to the board and take a look at your positions. I see a lot of green over there, which is fantastic. So we'll go through those and see how those are doing. After that, I'm going to talk a little bit about trader psychology. I like to touch on this every day. As you know, in my opinion, the most important skill you'll ever learn in trading is not about charts, but it's about controlling your emotions. And after yesterday's big plunge, that stirs up emotions. People want to fight back. They want to make their money back. But in my experience, when you get that feeling, and after you've been trading for a while, you'll understand that feeling, right? If you wore a mood ring, it would go red, right? But when you get into that mind frame, that state of mind, that's when you definitely have to be careful. You have to be really careful when you're either making a lot of money or when you're losing a lot of money. That is where most mistakes happen. If you're making a lot of money, then you feel like you're bulletproof, that you can't lose. Maybe you're going to position size incorrectly, buy too much stuff. And when you're losing, you want to double up and triple up to get that money back, and you might be in a long-term downtrend. And so it's a really, really, really a fine balance. That's why I consider trading the real great game of the world, because it involves emotions, money, fear, greed, propaganda from the news and from financial media and all the stuff out on social media. It's quite the game. It is the great game, and you have to keep an even mind, position correctly, cut those losers quickly, let those winners run to a point. It's all a very fine balancing act that we have chosen. So that was just a long way of saying that we're going to talk a little bit about trader psychology. After that, I have gone down through my watch list. I have gone down through the results of Kamal's scanner. I have three requirements whenever I'm looking to enter a new trade. First requirement, I have to have a confluence or a combination of indicators lining up on multiple time frames, such as moving averages, ATR channels, V1, V2 entries, RSI levels, and I try to pick at the end of the day a setup where I have all those triggers and indicators lining up, but lining up on multiple time frames. Sometimes you can have a great setup, but then you don't have the risk to reward. So that's number two. Even though you have a great setup, you still have to have a good risk to reward. It's extremely important. 2-to-1 is my minimum. If I'm going to risk $100 to the downside, I want to be able to make at least 200 or more to the upside. Don't get confused and look at a great, go, man, this has, 18 different combinations of setups. It does, it might, but it might be chasey. And when I say chasey, I mean that the risk to reward does not make sense to take the trade anymore. And then lastly, every day, please do yourself a favor before you enter any position. Just take a few quiet moments. Think to yourself, do I really need this position? Do I already have other positions that are in the same industry as this one? Do I already have a lot of account heat at play, right? It's very important to just, do you really want to take that position? Does it make sense? Try to be as objective as possible with it, and give it some thought before you hit that buy button. Could there be a better setup tomorrow morning? So, I did that yesterday with Lululemon. At the very end, I went, no, I don't need it. It's up today. Am I mad about it? No, not at all, because I really, especially after yesterday's action, the big bearish move to the downside, it really didn't feel like it was good to add. Now, would it have been a good idea? It would have, but I'm totally fine with it because at the time it made a lot of sense. If you have, if there's bearish action going in the market, and yesterday was super bearish. I mean, I know we've had a big rally today, but unexpected for sure. So, all right. So those are my 3 requirements. I'm going to go down through my watch list, and I'm going to go down through the end of day candidates. I'm going to try to narrow it down. Just look at all the time frames, look at all the triggers, look at the risk to reward, and see if I can just find the very, very best one at the end of the day. And if I find something, I will buy it at the end of the day. After the market closes, if you have any questions, let me know. If you have any stock symbols that you would like me to look at, put them in the chat, and I will do my best to get to them before the close of the market. And then lastly, if you could be so kind, if you have any new entries or exits for me today that you would like me to post up on the board, please wait till the end of the day so that I am done trading, I am done teaching, pressure's off, and then we can spend as much time as we need to take care of you to get those all updated correctly, okay? All right, so that is the plan for today. I'm going to run the U.S. legal disclaimer, and I'll be back in about 40 seconds. So hang tight. Thank you. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Please carefully read and/or listen to the U.S. government required disclaimer before watching this video or live stream broadcast. The video link and disclaimer text are located in the description section of this video or live broadcast, here and here. Thank you so much. All right, let's see who is here today. Quad is here. Good seeing you, Quad. Happy treacherous trading Thursday, Greg and group. Hey, I didn't know. I hope it's not too treacherous. Let's try to make it not treacherous. And Quad emailed me earlier and he said, oh man, I had Philip Morris. I got out because everything said to get out. It went back up today. And I was like, look, you made the right decision. You made the right decision. Yeah, it was unexpected. It came back up, but don't let that influence you in the future to not get out of a position when you're supposed to because you think the market might go up today. Yesterday after the close, the futures were down another 200 points. I'm not exactly sure what happened today, but had we been down 200-300 points today, Quad, you would have been happy. But you did the right thing, my friend. Just keep doing the right thing. Don't let an anomaly get you off your path and your plan. Okay. Leva is here. Good to see you, Leva. Always nice to have you here. Kamal is here. Hey buddy, good chatting with you today. Thanks for all your help and everything that you do. David says, hello, Gregorian traders. Hello, David. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you are doing well. Leva says, I love having rules. All day yesterday and today, I had crazy thought after crazy thought of what to do. I checked the rules and only did what they said. This is the right and only choice. 100%, Leva. You got to have rule. If you don't have rules in trading, if you don't have if-then statements, if that happens, I'm going to do that. If that happens, I'm going to do this. If you don't have that, then it's just the Wild West, and you're just gunslinging from your hip. And in the short run, that might work, but over the long run, it won't work. You have to have rules. You have to use good trading principles. You have to do it. So you're 100% correct, Leva. Bob says, hello, everyone. Hey, Bob, good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing well. Flower Tube 44. Hey, what's going on? I remember that name. Thanks for coming back. Mount Doji. What is happening, my friend? Good to see you. You know, Mount Doji was one of my first listeners a couple years ago. I always appreciated that, buddy. Hope you're doing well. And did you tell me you were getting married? I think you told me you were getting married or engaged. So congratulations. We missed you too, bud. How's your trading going? Miko is here. Good afternoon, Greg and everyone. Hey, good to see you, sir. I always, from time to time, I just wonder how you're doing. Miko is one of my students and a great student at that. And hope you're doing well with your trading. Let me know. Frank says, hello, Greg and group. Hello, Frank. Good to see you, bud. Always appreciate you being here. Tracy is here. Hi. Hi, Greg and everyone. Hey, Trace. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Say hello to Paxton for me, would you? Jose, how you doing? Spy on a bullish run. It is today. I was chatting with Kamal earlier, and look, I don't know what's going to happen here, obviously. I'm very often wrong, but if we look at the SPY right here today, I want you to notice we had a huge gap down yesterday, right? Boom. Look at the volume to the downside. Big volume to the downside. Yes, we are up today, but look at the volume. It's very light. So there was more selling pressure yesterday than there was buying pressure today. I'll just be honest. It's just my opinion. It doesn't mean that it's right. I don't trust this rally at all. That's my honest opinion. Timothy Taylor is here. Good to see you, Timothy. Thank you for coming. Gary is here. Hey, bud. Good to see you. Good chatting with you earlier. Jatin says, hello, good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon to you as well, sir. Thank you, Jatin. Jatin said, exited Facebook almost cost to cost on VIX as these futures recovered very well. Yes, they did. Good. Glad that you got it at cost before it went down. Frank has a poem for us today. Let me paste this on in here, bud. Always love Frank's poems. I'm sure everyone else does, right? I mean, I look forward to it. I really do. These are just the most amazing thing. And I hope Frank comes out with one of these trading poem books. I know a lot of traders, and I know that they would promote that on their social media for sure. Frank says, are you ready to rumble? Only the market can take the proud and make them humble. So true. Or the sure-footed and make them stumble. So prepare we must, because one punch from the market can make your stock tumble. Totally true. Words of wisdom, as always, from Frank. Let's give it one more try. Are you ready to rumble? Only the market can take the proud and make them humble, or the sure-footed and make them stumble. So prepare we must, because one punch from the market can make your stock tumble. Totally true. Look at all the hedge funds that are getting beat up on GME, right? They're proud, and they got humbled, and they're sure-footed, and they stumbled. Wow. What a great poem. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Diego. Hello, Diego A. Taylor. Hello, Greg and all the group. First time here. Well, great. Thank you for coming, Diego. If there's anything I can help you with, please let me know. Miko says, doing good, Greg. Rules keeping me out of trouble. I'm glad to hear that. Dan is here. Hi, Greg and everyone. Hello, Dan. Always nice to see you, buddy. Johnson says, hello, Greg and gang. Hello, Johnson. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. And Jackson says, VIX went berserk. LOL. All right, should we get started? Let's do it. I don't have a lot of positions at the moment, but Coca-Cola is one of them. I did buy Coca-Cola back here on the 19th. Rejection of the 30 RSI on the daily, also bounced at the 200-day moving average. I bought it here at 48.52. Kind of moved sideways for 4 days here, but did hold the support level of my 200-day moving average. This day we had a nice big up day. I did hit a profit target. Yesterday was a down day. We came back down, but we did hold the support. The 200-day support did hold, so I kept the stock up nicely today, up 1.79% today, and I did hit 2 profit targets here at 48.94 and at 49.35. My third one is up here at 49.76. I don't know if this one will hit or not, but that would be pretty nice if it did. So anyway, so far, well, I guess this is probably up like 1.8%, right? Yeah, 1.8% on the trade, so not bad. SPY. Well, last couple day, or the last day, was not a good one on the SPY because I bought here, sold here for a loss, but nice little gap today. I did buy yesterday's close at 74.41, sold it first thing this morning. That's why it's called the overnight SPY trade. I buy it at the close, I hold it overnight, take the overnight risk, sell it first thing next morning. I sold it this morning at 376.27. So I bought it at 374.41 and sold it at 376.27. So a little shy of 2 points overnight, but very, very glad for that. And of course, I will be buying that again today at the close. USO, this is a longer term trade that I took on the monthly bars. I did buy it down here at 30.97. It's at 35.28. So I am up 12.19% on the trade. So that's been a good one. My trade entry was based upon the monthly bars. This is a deep dip buy. A deep dip buy works on any time frame. So I did see this at the end of the month back in November. I bought it because we went under 30, over 30, under the negative third ATR channel, over the negative third ATR channel, and a V2. So again, I bought it at 30.97. It's 35.28. So really good trade there. All right. So those are all of my regular swing trades. I had an excellent day trade today on Apple. My gosh, I've had some monster trades on Apple lately. Let me show you here. This is on 5-minute bar. All right, well, here you go. Here's the V1, day one, or bar one, bar two washes out bar one, closes back above bar one's close. What got me interested in this was, one, see the low over here? See how we tested it just a little bit and came right back up, and we rejected the -1 ATR channel, and MACD was green. Kamal, if you're out there, this is what I'm talking about. False breakouts that just barely test the low of the previous range and then pop right back up. But the reason I took it again was a V1. Yes, it was a false breakout to the downside of this previous low. So it was a double bottom as well. MACD was positive. Risk to reward was great. Rejected the -1 ATR channel. Look at this trade, everybody. So I bought it here at 138.78. Few bars later, it had a big up move. I always take profits on a big up move on my day trades. I took half at 39.65. Then had another big up bar here. Took this at 140.69. And then here, as we were getting close to the 200-day moving, or the 100-day moving average, it was just another big kind of climax bar to the upside. I was like, I'm taking it. And then it continued up. I was like, well, I guess I was a little early, but it's okay. But I wasn't. Because when you look at it, then it came all the way back down. So I really got the meat of that move, got in at 138.78, out at 139.65, out at 140.69, and out at 141.42. So that was an excellent trade. I think in the last couple days, I've made 5 points on Apple just from day trades. All right, so let's go to swing trading. Because we have Frank in here. Oh, yeah. We have Frank in Apple from 111. We have Jatin in from 123. It's 138.81. So very nice. Very nice, Jatin and Frank. Fantastic trades. We had earnings yesterday, but it is down $3.35 today. VIX. I have been trading VIX quite a bit as well. This is my final day trade. I bought VIX here on the 5-minute earlier in the day. I bought this here with this higher low V1 and close above the 100. I would not have bought this if it was just a higher low V1, but it thoroughly rejected the 100-day moving average. So I bought it here on the 5-minute at 1907. 2 bars later, had a big up move. I always take half, kind of take some of the heat off. Sold at 1929. My end of day stop, or my end of period stop here, was just the 100-day moving average, the red line. So it just kept moving up, kept moving up, kept moving up. Here I rejected the 50-day moving average. That was a little bit of concern for me, so I sold another half of a half at 1954. And then 2 bars later, I had a close below the previous low, so I was out of the trade. So I got in at 1907, 1920. I got in at 1907, out at 1929, out at 1942, and out at 1954. So VIX has been good to me in the last couple days, as well as Apple. So do we have anyone else in VIX at the moment? Yes, Pat and Gary. Pat bought back here at 1667. I think she sold half here, if I remember right. Now I'm kind of losing track. Gary had a full position. He sold 3/4. It is down 4% today, but I'm glad Pat and Gary sold some up here, I believe, because that trade, if I'm looking at this correctly, is up 14.12%, because yesterday was such a big, huge day. So really good day for me. Very happy with that. And let's take a look. Gary says, Maestro. Frank is the maestro. Frank says, thanks, Kamal and Gary. Gary says, still perplexed over my AMC position. Stock down 50%. And the option premium hasn't moved. That's amazing. So Gary bought puts on AMC. Stock went down 50%, but the options didn't move. You remember the movie The Big Short, where housing and everything's crashing, but basically his puts that he bought on the real estate market didn't move? Well, what happened in the movie? Well, it was manipulation by the big financial institutions, right? They didn't want those things to go down until they got rid of them themselves. Probably the same thing going here. Oh, Gary exited VIX yesterday. Okay, so Pat, do I still have you in? I don't know if Pat's here. Okay, well, good exit, Gary. Good exit. Excellent. Okay, well, let's take a look over and see what your positions are doing, shall we? Here we go. Pfizer. Gary and Johnson bought Pfizer at, oh, this changed because of the dividend. Their entry was down here. Now it looks like it's up here because the stock price reduced because of the dividend. All right, I'm just going to I'm gonna just kind of ballpark it because I know everybody bought here. Dividend adjusted at about 36.09. Went up nicely. Now nice bounce off the 200-day moving average. I took this trade as well. Up. Nice, right? Taking profits along the way as always. Yesterday I got out because at the end of the day it looked like it was under the 200-day moving average, and for some reason it stayed above, which is, I guess, good. It's good for. Are you kidding me? Where did... Now I don't know who's back. It's Johnson and Gary, I think. So anyway, it's holding above the 200-day moving average. CHKP. David and Johan bought CHKP at 129.48. Had a V1 to the downside, reversed right back up, took out all the moving averages, had that support below. Nice trade. Went up really strong yesterday, and it's up a little today. So very nice, gentlemen. Twitter. Twitter's doing really well. Johan and Yas bought Twitter here at 45.90. This V1 false breakout to the downside, and this has just rocketed up to 7% just today, everybody. So congratulations, Yas and Johan. Facebook. All right. Tim, Pat, and Jatin bought here at 251.61. This was a great setup, everybody. This was a confluence and combination of indicators, if I've ever seen one. Under 30, over 30. Under the 200, over the 200. Under the negative third channel, over the negative third channel. Bought at 251.66. Had a huge monster day. We had earnings. We closed negative into earnings this morning. It was way up. My gosh, it was 20 points higher. Now we have a bearish engulfing candle to the downside and a V1 and a false breakout to the downside and a ton of volume. This is bearish, but Timothy and Pat and Jatin sold 70%. I'm glad before earnings, but everyone's still up on the trade, but sad to see this down after being so high today. VIX. Okay, Jatin was talking about that. He got out of that, so I'm just going to take that off the board. Fiverr, Johnson sold Fiverr February 19th put spreads at the 190, 160. So as long as it stays above 190, Johnson will be in the money. It's up 6.47% today, so I'm glad that went up for Johnson. I'm sure he's feeling better about that because now it's going his way. CRM. Gary, Kamal, Frank bought CRM here at 216.80, up 1% today, and this trade is up 4.55%. So congratulations, Gary, Kamal, and Frank. JMIA, Karen, had a nice trade at 45.60. It's 57.26, down a little bit today, but nicely up on the trade. NIO is a monster. And Gary sold NIO puts expiring this Friday at 57. So if you can hang in there one more day, Gary will make his money because he sold them at 57. It has to close above 57. We're at 58.55. And Frank also bought down here at 46.16 with this higher low V1. What a great trade. Congratulations, everybody that's in that. Solely, we have Ramble Ron. Nice trade for Ramble. He bought it at 9. It's 11.17. It's down 0.45%, but huge trade. Ramble has had some really good trades lately. Shopify, my man, Kamal. He bought it yesterday at the low. Was it the low? 1081. Yes, Kamal got the low of day. Man, I think I've done that once in 25 years, so congratulations, Kamal. And it's up 3.66% just today. Let's give Kamal, I think you have better chances of getting a hole-in-one in golf than compared to what Kamal did. The low of day. Let's give Kamal a hand because that's an achievement. And he's up 4.6% on the trade in 2 days, I might add. Fastly. Johan had a nice trade here on Fastly, 86.80. This thing's just moved up perfectly for him. Up again today. Very nice. The Qs. This is Frank. Way back here at 284.60. It's 324.40. It's up 1.26% today. So Frank has a great trade on the Qs. Man, I've been feeling better the last couple days, but today I don't feel well again. I woke up feeling kind of sick, so hang with me. I'm doing my best. I know I'm a little slow today, but it's amazing how you can just feel fine, and then the next day it just feels like, I woke up and went, oh man, not again. Okay, this is Teladoc. Frank bought Teladoc all the way back here at 182. It's 264.10. It's down 3.5% today, but Frank, trader or poet extraordinaire, up 30.77, everyone. Not 3.7, but 30.77. Great trade, Frank. Proud of you. Here we go. This is, okay. Quad got out of this yesterday, but I would have gotten out of this as well today. Look, this looked horrible. Lost all the moving averages, lost the low of the range, lost the 50 RSI, lost the 50-day moving average, and yeah, mysteriously it went right back up today, but you did the right thing by getting out there, Quad, I promise you, in the long run. Karen and David bought PLTR all the way back here at 24.06. It is down about 9% today, but they are still up on the trade 32.51%. And David did take half off as well when we had some profits or on some big up bars. Google. All right. So this is Gary. Gary has put spreads expiring tomorrow. So as long as Google can hold about $230 by tomorrow, Gary's going to make all the money and he'll be done with the contract. So nice going. You've had some you've been selling some really good premium, and I haven't seen one that hasn't worked for you. So congratulations. AMC. Okay, so this is what Gary was talking about. Yesterday he bought puts, which is a bearish position. He wants it to go down. It's down 51% today, but Gary's puts has not moved. Hold on, everybody. Sorry. Give me 1 second. Sorry. Okay, that was just the FedEx guy. My new Shark vacuum is here. So excited. I basically had my other vacuum kind of held together with duct tape. I really liked it, so I ordered another one and it just came. Exciting times for me. So anyway, yeah, that's very strange. It has to do with I guess with the implied volatility. I don't know. Maybe Steve or Kamal could shed some light on why they think that's happening. But it's just like what happened in The Big Short. Frank bought INSU 1590. It's up today, but it is down on the trade so far for Frank there. ITB, Jatton bought at 58.01. Sold half on the big up move. See, this is how I would day trade too. If I bought it here in a day trade and it went right up here, I would sell half there as well. I don't know if that's what Jatton was thinking, but it is up 0.57%, up nicely on the day and up nicely on the trade. Walmart, yeah, spot Walmart here at 147.51. Had a big down day yesterday. We rallied hard today, but it couldn't hold. It's up a little, but it is down on the trade for Yas. Tesla. Okay, I'm glad Jatton sold 70% of this position before earnings. He bought this back here at 639.90. It's 836. It is down 3.18%, but again, he did sell 70% before earnings, so that saved him a bundle. Very nice, Jatton. And then DKNG. Look at this trade, everybody, from Kamal. Intraday trade. Bought it this morning. He messaged me 53.01. It's 56.62, meaning that Kamal is up 6.22% on his day trade, everybody. Let's give Kamal a hand. Kamal has had some excellent trades lately. Excuse me. Man, this whole month I've been sniffling and coughing and all sorts of non-fun stuff. And let's see what's happening here. Oh, really? Well, that's not good. Oh, now we're back. Okay. All right, what am I doing? Anybody know what I'm doing? All right. Okay, Steve. Oh, does it really, Steve? Thank you so much. Oh man, now I can't find my pen. All right. So Steve says Alibaba has a 520 cross today. Thank you, Steve. Steve's so great at pointing out those moving averages that I miss. So let's put this down here so that we know. Thanks, bud, and good to see you, and thank you for coming. Always an honor and a privilege to have you here, Steve. You know that. Oh, I forgot, unfortunately, to mention here. So a few of you had puts yesterday on the SPY. The Johnson, Stephen, Gary bought 375 puts expiring next Friday. So that's a bearish position, and obviously the market's up today. So that went against those three positions, but it's well off of its high. So if there's any changes there, guys, with your SPY puts, let me know. Oh, so that's at 1050. Did I say 10? Let's take a look at the 1050 EMA chart and look at BABA. Oh yeah, it does. It has the 1050 EMA cross. Man, I always feel like Scrooge. So as my students know, I have a filter. I cannot take a crossover if it's above the second ATR channel. And currently it is above the second ATR channel. Sometimes it saves me, sometimes it costs me, but I'm just gonna go ahead and stick with that. Yes, there is a 1050 EMA crossover that's happening today, and that is a good back-tested long-term profitable approach. Not every trade, but in the aggregate. Gary says, Kamal, February 19th, $9 strike, bought yesterday at 350 while the stock was 1950. Steve says MA has a 200 SMA cross under and back over today. How did I miss that? Oh, no, I didn't miss it. You're right, it does, and that does back test well. Close under 200, over 200 for sure. So let's put that on the board as well. They had earnings today. I've been waiting for their earnings to get out of the way. All right, so thank you, Steve. Appreciate that, my friend. Okay. Gary said, I exited Pfizer yesterday at the high of the day. Okay. Nice. So is that all we have in there? Oh, here was Johnson and Gary is out. Okay. How we doing on time? Ooh, running a little low. And Steve says AGQ is close. Yes, actually, one of the ones I'm looking at is SLV because the SLV 520 is there. Mount Doji says I like LAMR. I like it too. That looks really good, Mount Doji. I mean, talk about sideways motion in a V1. Boy, that is good. That is good. Let's look at the weekly. Yeah, that's fine. That looks pretty dang good. I'm going to have to put that one down here as well. Man, this podcast needs to be longer to fit everything in. Thank you for sharing that, Mount Oji. That is one heck of a sideways motion in a V1. That is really good. 267,000 shares, a little light on the shares, I would have to admit. It's trading though. Tim got out day of earnings. On what stock, Tim? Well done, Kamal. Thank you. Bravo, Kamal. Kamal, okay. I was trying to have a short GME and AMC. The only thing half decent was selling call spreads. Shark vacuums are bulletproof, Greg. Good choice. They are. Although I have one already, but it's been a few years, and so literally it has duct tape on it. Pat is here. Hey, Pat, good to see you. Looking at DG today. Rejection of the 200 under over. Can you confirm RSI, Greg? Yes, 100%. Good to see you, Pat. Dollar General. Yeah, let's confirm the RSI. have an F-35 going over my head. You can probably hear it. I think it bounced near the 30. On my charts, it does not show and under over 30, Pat. See, if we look at it here, if I take this down to the day's low, 31.59 is what I have on my readings, Pat. But it is a good risk to reward ratio, although I am concerned about this big bar before, honestly. Thoughts on PG? Okay. Yeah, it's an under 200, over 200. I don't like yesterday's big bar though. I have to tell you, it did go under 30, over 30. It's okay, but my gut is telling me that I mean, we're right at 50% of that big bar. I mean, it's legitimate. Use the 200-day as your stop. But I don't like yesterday's big bar with big down volume and today's up bar with little volume. SYF. It's a V2 back in the value zone, but it came from a lower low. I don't think I would buy this. I hate to sound like a Scrooge, but I'm pretty particular on the ones that I buy. And it has earnings coming up tomorrow as well. Okay, so listen, I'm running late, so let me talk here, and let's jump into trader psychology real quick. I love to go through Facebook and Twitter. There's a bunch of great trading channels that I follow that put out really good content, really good words of wisdom every day. It's totally free. They make the effort to do it. They burn the calories. And this is from Lone Stock Trader. Haven't done one on Lone Stock Trader for a minute because I don't think I saw a lot of his posts, but I did see this, and it's short and it's to the point. It's a great channel. Really great channel. So Lone Stock Trader on Twitter, he's at Lone Stock Trader, but this is short and sweet, but I love it. The reality of trading and investing. Over the long term, we get what we deserve, period. What does that mean? That means if you hold through earnings, if you chase momentum, in the short run, you might do okay. But it's going to catch up with you in the long term. Over the long term, you get what we deserve. If you position size correctly, you follow good trading principles, good risk to reward ratios, proper position sizing based upon volatility, buying the correct stocks, getting out quickly when you're wrong, having the courage to ride something up to the upside. In the short term, it may not work, but in the long term, that's why you'll have trading success if you follow those correct principles. But if you just randomly buy stocks, buy too much, trade on the news, hold through earnings, in the long run, it's probably going to hurt you. Or in other words, you're going to get what you deserve, period. So, trading is a long-term game. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. Try to disassociate yourself from the media, from the pumping. Learn how to trade yourself, be self-reliant, but it all comes down to risk to reward, good proper setups, and then following your plan. So the reality of trading or investing over the long term, you will get what you deserve, period. So I want the best for you. So trade correctly, treat it like a marathon, not a sprint, and over time you're going to do great, period. Right? So thank you, Lone Stock Trader. Good to see you back. Thank you for this great post. And again, he's Lone Stock Trader at Lone Stock Trader on Twitter. Mount Doji says LAMR is 4.33 to the halfway of the washout. Yeah, so the risk to it's a little on LAMR it is, if I were buying this right here is the halfway of the washout bar. So that's kind of a big risk, right? It is sideways motion, all that kind of stuff, but it is a bit of a longer risk. I think I would prefer to go with something a little bit better. Timothy, oh, on Facebook, okay. Ooh, Facebook's. So Timothy said, what did Tim say? Oh, great. Thank goodness, Tim. I'm glad, buddy, right? Because in our lessons, that's what we talked about, not holding through earnings. Good to see you, by the way. Hope you're doing well. Man, I've been under the weather, so it's been tough for me to get one of our classes together, but we've got to do it as soon as I feel better. Man, I am having an issue with, let's see. Okay. All right. So I'm running low on time. Let's get through this. Let's take a look. Edit. V2, holding at the 50-day moving average. Pretty good risk to reward here. Let's look at the weekly. Weekly, I like the pullback into the value zone. A lot of shares traded. You know what? It's a good risk to reward ratio, but I think I'm going to pass. SLV has the 520 crossover. I do like it. It's extended. So the 520 does backtest well. I am going to buy silver today, but I am only going to buy a half a position and kind of hope that it comes back so I can fulfill the second half. Silver, these crossovers, sometimes they move really hard. They move really strong. If it does, I want to have at least a half a position. If it doesn't, that's fine with me. If it comes back, then I can add my second position. So, but I do like the 520 cross on silver. Anthem. Well, it went under 30, over 30. The 100-day moving average would be a decent place for that. But really, we're at halfway of the bar. And you might think, no, the halfway's here. It's really not. Yesterday, 2 days ago's close, that's the bar. So it's really from here. This bar, yesterday's bar, is really this big. We're a little bit higher. It's a good risk to reward ratio. I don't know. I'm not feeling that one. Intuit. Earlier in the day, it had a V2, no more. So I would pass on that. Bitcoin. I don't know if you're Bitcoin traders out there. I don't trade Bitcoin, but this is a good setup on Bitcoin, by the way. This is the futures chart. Look, return to value, sideways motion, false breakout to the downside, or at V2 here. So nice V2 right in the value zone. I don't trade Bitcoin. You can trade GBTC, but I don't have a GBTC chart, so I'm going to pass on this. But this is it's much better than buying up here at 42,000. We're in the value zone. We have moved sideways. We've rejected the -1 ATR channel. We have a nice V2. So, if I was a Bitcoin trader, me personally, I would probably take a conservative position size here and get out if you have a close below halfway the washout bar. So the risk is from here to here, theoretically. Could go lower, but any close under this washout bar in this V2, if you're right, you have a nice big potential up move. A lot of ifs, right? But I just wanted to throw that out there. GameStop, what can I say? Huge move up. And I was telling you yesterday that forced buying, it's not sustainable. And when everyone covers, then who's left to buy? It's down 35.25% today. Unreal. Huge move down today. 119 points. So anyway, I hope none of you got caught up in this unless it was to the short side. Alibaba. All right, so we talked about the 1050 cross. It is above the second ATR channel, so for me, it's a no-go. The 1050 EMA does cross, but it's above the second ATR channel, so it's just my filter tells me I cannot buy that there. MasterCard, close under the 200, back over the 200. I think I'm going to pass on this because two reasons. One, big old gap that I don't like. Two, we have a close below the previous, or we have the current close is below the open of the bar, which I also don't like. So yeah, I'm going to just let that one, I'm going to let that one go. I would take another shot at it if I could get it closer to the 200-day moving average. Let's see. Oh my gosh. What am I doing? Oh, great. Now my trading platform froze. I felt like it was going to, oh, give me one sec. Sorry, everybody. I've got to reboot this. Gosh darn it. All right. Hang in there with me, please. I'm glad I checked it. I forgot to reboot it before the podcast. And LAMR, we talked about that. Good setup, but bad risk to reward ratio. So honestly, I don't see anything I like other than half of silver. So I am going to buy a half of position of silver. Yeah, I'm having all sorts of technical problems. Man, sorry, everybody. So for me today, half a position on silver with the 520 crossover. That's the deal. Okay, so what do we have? Okay, so I'm going to go here and okay, what do we got over there? Okay. So SLV is going to be my choice today. Half position only because it's a little extended, but sometimes these really go. So I am gonna keep a hold of it. But of half, excuse me. Okay. So Coca-Cola's fine. I'm keeping SPY, buying the overnight SPY trade, of course. Boy, look at Apple. Apple is really melting down now. Wow. VIX, Yeah, off of its lows. And then I am buying silver because of the 520 cross. Pat is waiting on DG. Oh, yeah. Well, the risk to rewards keep getting better and better, Pat. Tim says, sorry, not feeling well. I was going to reach out about the game last Sunday. Yeah, those were good games. I think you were right on both of those picks, Tim. Way to go. Bob says, silver is the newest Wall Street bet short squeeze target. I have a long-term position in AG, and I'm not sure what to do with it. First Majestic. You know, Bob, whenever I don't know what to do, I sell half. That's my motto. That is my credo. If I don't know what to do, if I'm torn, I always sell half. Because that way, if it goes up, I still have half. If it goes down, I sold half. Steve says, I'm long MasterCard at 326.09 after the 200 loss. Okay, good. And Steve is also long BABA at 260.42. And Steve is long AGQ 57. Oh, did it cross over on AGQ? I was looking at that earlier and it hadn't crossed. Yes, 47.69, 47.62. So that's the double leverage silver for Steve that he's taking. So either the SLV and the AGQ both back test well. Gary's in silver. Yas is in silver calls. Okay. And I have yet to buy that. Apple's making a new low on the day. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and buy my half a position of SLV, just a half. It's weird when you buy half because you almost kind of don't know if you want it to go up or down. But either way is fine with me, and I like that position. All right, we have about a minute to go. Okay. There we go, everybody. That is the close. All right. So let me take a look and see where everything was bought today. I did buy the overnight SPY trade at 377.63, and I bought a half a position of silver at 24.71. Okay, so overnight SPY trade here. At 377.63. Okay. and silver at 24.71. All right, well, good day. I am definitely happy for that. This has been a good month, you know. This has been a record month for me. I was telling Kamal earlier, but this is the best month I've had in 12 months. So I'm very, very grateful for that. You know, at the beginning of the year, when we were talking about making end of day or end of year resolutions, my resolution was I was going to be even much more picky with my entries and my setups and with a little bit larger size. And so far that has worked out really well. And I would suggest the same to everybody. Get even more picky. Get even more picky. Disassociate yourself from any FOMO. Just trade your plan. So, all right. If you have any positions for me, new positions, entries or exits on the board, this is the time to put them up there, and we'll get them all taken care of. Real quick before we get to that, I do teach private lessons in the evening time via Skype. I love to teach. I've had really good success with my clients. I teach a course that's 15 hours, 5 sessions, 3 hours each, so a total of 15 hours. I teach you everything I've learned in my 25 years of experience, all sorts of different approaches. I think the one-on-one is the best way to learn. I know you'll be a better trader if you take the course. I really 100% truly believe that in every fiber of my body. So if you are interested in taking the course with me, this is a good time to do it, because on February 16th, I am raising my prices to $1,750 just because I have so many students. Currently, it's still $1,000, and I will honor that until February 16th. So if you're interested, you can reach out to me. Email is in the description of this video. You can message me on Twitter, and I'll reply and say, thanks for saying hi. Let's set up a Skype call. Skype call is just for me to get to know you a little bit better, find out about you and your trading and your challenges and your goals. Then it's a good time for you to ask me questions about the course. And then when we're done with the call, you can think about it. And if you decide you want to do it in the future, you can just email me back and we'll get it scheduled. And if you liked today's podcast, I would appreciate it, as always, if you could hit the thumbs up button. It really does help the channel a lot. And if you found something helpful today, I'd appreciate it if you could do that before the market, before you click out of here. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm running on about 4.5 cylinders today. Okay, so let's get to, okay, so we have Steve with MasterCard. With the close under 200, close back over 200. Steve bought at 326.09. 326.09. Okay. Okay, got that one, Steve. Also long Baba. With the 10-day EMA crossover. So Steve is long here from 260.42. Steve, 10.50 EMA cross. Okay, we got that. Good luck on that, Steve. Also long AGQ. Boy, I didn't think that was going to cross over earlier. I looked at it, was under. All right, so that's the crossover. That's double leverage silver, everyone. Okay, and that's at 50, 57. Oh, nice. Already in the money on that one. Good. Steve, 520 EMA. EMA cross. Okay, Gary is in AGQ as well. Yas is in silver calls. I guess I'll put you over on my silver chart. So the Robinhooders are cranking on silver now, is it? Are they? Yes. Silver calls. Yes, bought AG yesterday, but took some profits today. Okay. Do you want me to put that up there or because you took profits up? David, can you show the chart for MA? Yeah, there it is, Dave. Are you looking and seeing whether our 200s are the same? So there's the MA chart for you, bud. Okay, hope that helps. Pat is out of Facebook. Okay, so that leaves Jatin. And in silver. Okay, there's Pat. And I'm just going to note here that Greg was half. I'm not speaking of myself in the third person, but I guess I kind of did. Okay. Frank is also in silver, 1/2 position. Gary says, Steve Burns, are you keeping the SPY puts? The 10 is still above the 30. Dave says, my MA is not adjusted, so it's different. Okay. Gary said, sold. Okay, CRM. Gary is out. Okay. And then what else did we do? NIO calls. Oh, you sold more. Is that what you're saying, Gare? Oops. Come on, Greg. Let's get it together. So, February 5th. Okay, so you have 2 positions that you sold puts on. 57 and 55. So you're getting a lot of premium because those are close. David is out of PLTR. Beautiful trade, Dave. Excellent, excellent. Proud of you and Karen. Okay, Johnson's out of Pfizer. Oh, okay, so we're done with Pfizer. Jatin is out of Facebook. Okay, everybody's out of Facebook now. Good job on selling 70% though. I think that was a really good move. As soon as you told me that a few days back, I was really glad to hear that. And you're out of VIX. Yeah, I think I took you out of VIX. Yep. Steve says, yes, I'm still holding the SPY puts because the VIX 1030 EMA crossover. Okay. Tim says, I also got in Coke with you last week, still in. Oh, good. Good. I thought I was the only one in that. I was lonely in that trade. Tim was right there, man. He was right there with me. Thanks, buddy. GPN. GPN. On February 19th. February 19th or January? Tim? Maybe if you can just confirm the date and the entry prices. Okay. Okay. Timothy. Feb 19. Okay. Tim says, just took half with G. Oh, you. Okay, so I can't put GBTC up on this chart, Tim. Sorry, it's not available. What I was showing you was the actual futures index, so I can't put that trade up. But I do like that setup. Quad says, no new trades for me. Okay, sounds good. Johnson said a half of PS and L. $39.77. Well, that's a good start. Flower Tube says, many thanks. Thank you, Flower Tube. Appreciate you coming. Lova says, what happened with Robinhood and Silver? Well, I think they're all piling in it and to try to get it to run up like they did with the GameStop. Tim says, I got to go. I bought 2 days ago, or I got you. Okay, good. Yes, it's actually Redditors and Silver AG now. Miko says, thanks, Greg. Hope you feel better. Thanks, man. Sorry. Lately, everybody has said, hope you feel better. I'm thankful for that, but I just don't like that I haven't been feeling great. Sorry, bot calls at 3:30. Sorry, bot calls 3:40. I didn't get in GBTC. I was too late. Okay. All right, let's see what's going on after hours. Apple's down another 60 cents. Coca-Cola's up 6 cents. Qs are down 2 cents. Silver's up 3 cents. SPY is down 3 cents. Can we get VIX to be up 3 cents? No, down 19 cents. Okay. All right. Okay, listen, before we go, I just like to put this up. Hope it's okay with you. But listen, if we all do one random act of kindness daily, we just might set the world in the right direction, by Martin Kornfeld. So let's go out, all of us, and just try to do one nice thing today for another human being. And I might add, if we could also go out and do one nice thing for an animal, that would be great as well. The animal and the human would appreciate it, and would it make you feel better as well. So it's a win-win-win all around. Oh, I know Visa had earnings today after the bell. It's up $2.35, so it's up 0.9, so that's good. Let's see if MasterCard is. So today we have Visa, Skyworks. So Visa's kind of the big one. Tomorrow, earnings before the bell: Caterpillar, Lilly, Ericsson, SAP, Chevron, Honeywell. I don't know who this is. So Caterpillar, Lilly, those should be big, and Visa looks like it's up. So Gary says, thanks, Gary. I've been selling NIO puts weekly with approximately 4 to 6% premium. Nice. If I am assigned, I immediately sell at the money calls for another 4 to 6%. NIO has been range bound. Perfect. So if you are assigned, you sell at the money calls again. Nice. It has worked out nicely so far. Feel better. Thank you, bud. Appreciate that. Everything Gary's been doing with his put selling strategies have been working out nicely. So proud of you there. All right, everybody. No walk for me today. I am going to go head back to bed. That's the big plans for today. So anyway, I hope everyone out there is doing well. Hope you're keeping healthy, staying safe, all that stuff. Appreciate you being here. I really do. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Tomorrow is Friday, last day of the trading week. What a trading week it is. So we'll get geared up for that. And if you're available to make it tomorrow during the last hour of the market, I'd love to see everybody. So that's it. Be good, be safe, and have a great rest of your day. And I will hopefully see you tomorrow. All right. Take care, everyone. Talk to you soon. Bye. U.S. government required disclaimer. Stock, options, futures, and forex trading is not appropriate for everyone. While there is a potential for large rewards, there is also a substantial risk of loss associated with trading. The material in this video or live broadcast is not geared towards any particular individual or to any particular financial situation and is not intended to meet the particular investment objectives of any viewer. This video or live broadcast, like all instructional materials produced by Gossett Trading and Mentoring LLC, is created and published for informational and educational purposes only. Any and all information contained in, implied, or referenced by this video or live broadcast is not to be construed as investment advice, and no representation is made that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast is an investment or financial advisor or is registered or authorized to give any financial advice. We are publishers and educators only. Therefore, the various producers of this video or live broadcast will not accept liability for any loss or damage of any kind which may arise either directly or indirectly out of the use of any of this material, including any loss of profit. No representation is made that any account or investment will or is likely to achieve the profit or losses demonstrated. We recommend consultation with a licensed and qualified professional before making any investment decision. This video or live broadcast is not to be construed as an offer to buy or sell any security, financial instrument, or financial product of any kind. Notice is hereby given that any individual or entity involved in production of this video or live broadcast or their clients may have an interest in any security, financial instrument, or financial product mentioned or referenced. Any simulated or hypothetical performance result depicted does not represent actual trading and therefore may under or overcompensate for the impact of various market factors such as lack of liquidity. Thank you.